Hello, welcome back to Bloodstained Ritual Online. Hopefully, no more crashes. I gave it a bit of a rest to see, but AMD's having issues today. AMD has been making my PC crash today. It's not even hard. Just AMD. Okay, we got to a boss. There wasn't much. He's on the ceiling. This is the power we want. This is going in blind, though. He's got no arms. So I don't know how he works. Yeah, he's gonna switch gravities on us repeatedly, I guess. Okay, he's probably infinitely cheesable like that. Okay, he's doing an interesting jump. I don't know how much his power's there. Ouch. Ouch. A lot, apparently. Get off the ceiling. That's what my character's saying. Get off the ceiling. Okay. At least that isn't terrible. Like, okay, we have taken a lot of hits though. Okay. That's the first time we ate that. We made some new meals, so obviously that's why they're so scrumptious. I went and did some cooking whilst we were in the break. Okay, he's transitioned. I don't know how much health he's got. Damn it. Can't believe you hit me there. Okay, he hit us a lot. Let's eat the last of our fried fish and fried foods and get all the health back. Obviously, we do have potions. But, you know, eating all the foods that we cooked is probably better. Ouch. You know, we've got some preparations going on. Obviously, we've got things like shields and other things, and I've also got like a boss build, which gives us more things. Like, the fairy isn't our boss build, because, you know, some of the other ones that we got going on, like this one, it's got the Bloodbringer attached, though. We should have a boss build that uses, like, this weapon as well. But I haven't set it up. So, like, you know, I messed up my setups, I guess. Because it's annoying how you have to do it to make things work. But, you know, there's a summon companion that does better for us. Shards, right? So rather than the familiar with the Caribous, some for the Dandelion, which helps us do more damage, I believe. Like, it just increases our damage on our weapons, which is way better for the bosses. So, you know, we should have really done this sooner. Like, it's not a lot of extra damage, but it adds up. It adds up. Okay. We are running out of food, though. Smoothie? Oh, Smoothie's MP. Okay. And obviously the fairy medicine is what the fairy helps us build. But we're not necessarily using that, right? Just mash it. Just mash it. Okay, I don't think they necessarily work. There's like a shield weapon that we can use as well, which might be worth using. Okay, don't just sit in his damage. Okay, he's doing something new. This is interesting. He's not hitting us. Defeated. Okay, we got the power. Nice. So now we can transition upside down and everything like I wanted. Okay, reverses gravity effects on you alone. Maybe we have to put this on, like, it's directional. Not directional. Passive. Invert. Use. Do I push in the left trigger? Okay. Right. You can go away, Dandelion. Okay, I'm not quite figuring out how to invert, but we'll go save quickly before we lose this. That's a mimic. Also, it didn't catch me out the second time. Haha, we defeated it. But I'm not quite understanding how to use this invert. SW and space, right. See, that doesn't even work. SW and space. Okay, so you have to go up, down, up, down. Up, down, mash the button. Okay, so it sort of works, but it's messy. Right. Okay, I was going to get that easy experience, but then that other enemy came into fuck us. So I was like, nope. Okay. But we got the invert ability, right, so we will be using that to traverse all the areas of the castle that we wanted to get to, but not been able to yet. Obviously, we will be needing the invert right here. Okay, so there's optional paths. Right, the obvious one is that way, so I'm going to go to the not obvious. Which had some silk in it for it. Okay, it's not terrible to pull off, it's just, you know, it was confusing tutorialization. Maybe sticking on the ceiling would have been easier to deal with him, because he wouldn't be able to get us. Obviously now there's the question of like a million hidden secrety things that might be hidden in like walls that we previously couldn't smack, but now we can. Longrin, okay. We currently do 46. Longrin. 43! Okay, but it's done by holy fire. It could probably be upgraded, so that's good, but we'll stick with what we got for now. We'll stick with what we got. You know, don't not what works. Okay, I'm going BS on some of those attacks. Some of those were clearly hitting him. Lethality ring we've already got. Alright, here's where we accidentally end up like... Okay, so you can't get that without inverting. Helps if you push the button A as well. You know, just mashing up and down doesn't make your invert happen. Doesn't make the invert happen. You actually have to mash the button A. Okay. This is a clear place to maybe hide something, but they didn't. Okay. Like, we're gonna be hunting all those spots now, I guess. It also helps us get some, like, the max spots that we couldn't get before for certain. Because some of them are now gonna be much easily accessed. Now that we can fly on the ceiling. Now that we're walking on the ceiling. Okay. Crystal walking on the ceiling. I mean, this one's the most obvious of... Yes, I already saw it. It was like, it was not even hidden. Like, anyone could have seen that. Egg souffle. Ooh. Okay, so we're getting some food back after wasting all of our food on that boss. Which we will need to, like, farm up foods and things for any potential other bosses that we come across. Until then, you know, we're going to keep travelling. The road less travelled. Obviously, the ceiling's going to be upside down here. Which isn't intentional. This is the first time we've done a transition between the realms upside down. Okay. But we've been here before. And it feels weird to have it upside down. Okay, so... This is in the other side of the room that we were previously never able to get into, but... I wanted to get into real bad for whatever reason, just because, you know, it's basically there. Okay, well this is like, again, not even hidden. supreme dish. Ooh. And it's a recipe, but you know, for the supreme dish. Very fine equipment. Supreme dish. Recipe supreme dish. Allegedly more delicious than the ultimate dish. Ooh. some very tasty recipes. Also, we've got cake, we've got drink, we've got sweets, we've got meat, we've got curry. We got a lot of recipes. We got a lot of tasty recipes. Okay, now we're back in like Eastworld. And convenient teleporter. Okay. Froggo, you can live. I don't need to murder you. Okay, so now we're out of the Heartlands. My PC should stop crashing, right? It was the AMD drivers have been misbehaving all day. Like even when we weren't streaming, they were doing some actual legitimate nonsense. Okay, so that's just final boss. This is where we're mostly going to. Let's go back here. We need to talk to McLady of Ladyton. Several of them. Like 2 of them. One of them is like everyone and their uncle has been murdered, go avenge them. And then the other one is like, oh, you've got the new power finding lore.
Here's what I've
Okay, you haven't given me any new targets. That's fine. We don't need them. Okay. Hello, my lady.
Hello. What can I do?
You don't have any lore or anything for me. Okay. Do you have any new things? Tune, tunic. I mean, we've got better armor. I found that I had better armor that I could craft. You don't have a lot for me, huh? I could sell you a lot of this stuff. Is there anything that's really worth a lot of money? The Crimsonite. Okay. Mahogany. We got a lot of mahogany. We could sell a lot of that for a lot of money. Like, if I could get the 100,000 with a discount card, it might be worth selling you a lot of this stuff and then just rebuying it back. You know? Crown of Creation. She was selling the Crown of Creation for 1 gold, so I was like, yeah, sure, just sell me all of them. I'm sure it will have uses. I could also sell a lot of the shards that we got going on. They might be worth it. But, you know, again, money is one of the things that we seem to really need a lot of the time. Okay. Does this guy, have you grown what I planted? Maybe? We'll be harvesting. No. Okay. You finish growing those and then I'll come harvest them. No, I don't necessarily need them, but what can you do? Also, same with these. Like, we don't need to kill them, but they die in one hit and they give us stuff. So, you know, resources to use for the cooking and crafting and things that could be useful, but we're into new territories. We saved after fighting the boss. It's fine. That guy's just like, did we save? Let's go see Hairdressing, who I've marked on the map because, my god, I could never find him again. Hello, do you have any interesting new haircuts for me? Let's have a see.
Fascinating. People do their hair like this?
You've mastered new hairstyles. He has leveled up. Okay, this is new. Okay. Hair catalogue. Right, so they've changed the style of this. And we can change our styles. Okay, flowing locks, long locks. Like, zoom up, that'd be nice. Okay, with the hat on you can't see a lot. Obviously that's a locked hairstyle, but we can still sort of preview it. You know, what it might look like. It's not that different to what we've already got going on, is it? Like, I know he needs like hundreds of hairs to... I like the hair colour we got. Honestly, I'm cool with that, right? Costume subcolor. Obviously, we've got RGB styles, trim stuff. Okay. I don't know if we necessarily had the trim styles before. Let's... go with that. That looks interesting. Costume main colour. Doesn't have any trim as well. Okay, we've got an interesting colour. Obviously, I liked having